Well, oh, what a year, what a time to be alive, especially if you're Pedro Pascal. He is crushing it at the moment in The Last of Us, and he is back with The Mandalorian Season 3. Brief update on my connection with Star Wars. I mean, I obviously loved the Star Wars movies. Well, let's see. I loved the original trilogy. I quite actually liked the prequel trilogy. Especially on reflection and watching back, I think the prequel trilogy gets a lot of knocks. The sequel trilogy is meh. That's just by the numbers, kind of garbage. It's not garbage. It's not the worst things I've ever seen, but it's not good by any stretch of the imagination. And I watched Kenobi. I liked Kenobi because I love Ewan McGregor as an actor, brilliant actor. Kenobi's a great character, so I watched that, thought that was good. Watched Andor, didn't think it was brilliant. In fact, I don't think I even finished the last episode. I probably should go back and watch that. Because I really liked Rogue One, the movie Rogue One, which was good. That sort of standalone movie, Rogue One, brilliant. And The Mandalorian, I've loved The Mandalorian from Season 1 and 2. Yeah. So, in terms of Star Wars content and media, The Mandalorian for me is probably the best. The best I've seen. So, Mandalorian, Season 1 and 2, great. Season 2 ending, absolutely fantastic, with the return of Luke Skywalker. The Mandalorian taking off his helmet. Grogu, my man Grogu, he leaves to go be with Luke Skywalker. So this is where I'm getting super confused with Season 3. And to the point where I was watching it and I thought to myself, have I missed an episode? Have I missed a season? What's going on? I had to stop watching halfway through, go back into Disney Plus to see if I'd missed something. And I was like, no, I haven't missed anything. And I was like, is there a mid-season, like in a between-season thing I've missed? Like a catch-up? It doesn't appear to be. Because we're in the throes of the first episode of Season 3, and there's an amazing scene with a whole bunch of Mandalorians, and they're initiating a child into the religion or culture of Mandalorian. And they're putting on his helmet, and it does look like a baby helmet. It looks bizarre with the colours. Presumably because it's pristine, he's not been used in battle, it'll worn, and he'll get a new one as he grows up, but it just looked weird. Anyway, they're introducing this new child into the Mandalorians, and they're attacked by this giant crocodile tortoise thing. And it's a great scene where the Mandalorians are fighting it, and they're jumping and jetpacking, and there's lasers, and this guy with his machine gun laser guy cannon, and he's firing everywhere, and all the Mandalorians are in there, and the sort of matriarch Mandalorian, she goes to attack it with an axe. I mean, she goes to attack it with a hammer, and the thing's like 100 foot tall, and clearly it's repellent to lasers and bombs, and she thinks she's going to hit it with a hammer, and no, she gets knocked down. Anyway, they're fighting this thing, and they're getting nowhere. It's chomping them up, it's eating them up, destroying them left, right, and centre. And then in comes the ship. It's you don't see it too clearly the first time it passes. It fires a rocket at it, and it swings back again. Fires another rocket, and boom! It kills it, and it's revealed to be Mando, Din Djarin, but he's got Grogu with him. And I was thinking to myself, hang on a minute, wasn't Grogu with Luke Skywalker? And he's like, okay. So I'm thinking, okay, they must be queuing up to do a 3 months earlier, like a flashback. This is just a jump forward, and they're going to do a flashback, and I'm waiting for it, and no. Jin's talking about how his mission was complete, but then Grogu came back to him. You got to call him Grogu, not Baby Yoda. Disney will come at you if you don't. But yeah, Tim keeps telling me he keeps talking about how Grogu returned back to him, and he's on a new quest now. You know, I keep thinking, what happened? Have I missed? I still to this right now think I've missed something. Have I missed something? Someone tell me. Have I missed like an episode, or was there a bit of content in between which showed Grogu coming back to Jin, like the Mando? Because I'm so confused. Now, it took me out of the whole episode. Like, I couldn't actually watch the episode properly and enjoy it properly because I was sitting thinking to myself, what's going on? And I assume we're going to get a jump back, a leap back in time at some point, but I couldn't really concentrate on the movie because I couldn't concentrate on the episode because I kept thinking of what have I missed. So maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm an idiot. I mean, I am an idiot, but maybe that's just me. Maybe everyone else thought it was great. I mean, don't get me wrong. Any time with Baby Yoda, Grogu, on screen is a winner. So more Grogu time is never going to be marked down. It confused me the hell out of me. But having said that, the episode itself was great. It was true Mandalorian style. He goes after speaking with the Mandalorians. He's been told that if he wants to redeem himself, because he's an apostate now, because he took his helmet off, he's an apostate, so he's no longer part of the Mandalorians. They do not recognize him as part of their creed or their clan. So the only way for him to get redemption is to bathe in the waters under one of the mines on Mandalore. Now, Mandalore has been destroyed. The surface has been totally wiped out and poisoned, apparently. But Mando has information that maybe the surface hasn't been poisoned, or maybe the surface is breathable, and that he possibly could go and bathe in the waters, bring back proof, and then be redeemed. So this is his quest now. His quest. The matriarch of the Mandalorian says, "This is the way." Basically saying to him, "Yes, if you can do that and prove that you've done it, you'll be back in." So this is his quest now. So I like that dynamic shift before, where seasons 1 and 2, the quest was about Grogu and about the Mandalorian helping Grogu complete the quest. His quest was to get him somewhere. So it was all about Grogu. Now it's reversed in that it's Mando's quest and Grogu's coming to help him. So I do like that shift now in season 3, where this is something that he wants and he's going to go get. Whereas something in season 1 and 2, it felt like this was something he had to do. So I like that shift. I think that's going to be a good dynamic. So anyway, Mando goes back to the planet with his friend Cara Withers. He asked about Cara Dune, and the brief swept under the rug. Basically, don't ask about her. She's off in special forces now. We don't need to worry about her. Goodbye, Gina Carano. You are gone. You are obliterated from Disney. So you're gone now, and we will not speak of her again. And he goes to him for help, and he's basically saying, "Why don't you retire? Like, do you need to be a Mandalorian? I'll give you some land. You and Grogu can live on the land. It's a nice piece. You'll be nobility. You'll have wealth. You'll be comfortable." And he's like, "No, I can't do that. It's a nice offer. Good, thank you for your offer, but I can't. I'm a Mandalorian. This is what I need to do." He then goes to help him. He helps him deal with some pirates, and you get into a classic Western. I mean, Star Wars is just Westerns in space. The Mandalorian certainly is just Westerns in space, right? And you get a proper Western like standoff between some random pirates and Cara Withers, and they are easily dispatched with some gunslinging, which I thought it's very visually pleasing. Yeah. So they're dispatched, and he again offers him another job. He's basically come work here, be a lawman. I don't want to work for the New Republic. Have them send someone, because we know the New Republic basically either is just wiped out, and then the First Order comes in anyway. So he's probably right. He wants to remain totally independent, so he's offering him a lawman job. He's like, "No, only thing I came for was him, the statue. The statue was of the droid, the sort of assassin droid, I can't remember his designation. The assassin droid that blew himself up. And he comes back for him. He's basically, this is us all scrap. This is just the bits that we found. But actually, it turns out there was quite a lot of him left. And the Mandalorian is now an electronics technician and a droid engineer, and manages to put him back together. And he comes back online, but defaults to his original programming and tries to kill. So he tries to kill Grogu, and the Mandalorian shooting him. He's missing. He's kind of like stormtrooper aiming, even though the thing's no legs. And he just dispatched 4 guys previously, like with single shots, that were trying to shoot him. But this thing's got no legs and crawling on the floor, and he can't hit it. He hits it a few times, but doesn't really do anything. And then it takes a protocol droid dropping a statue on its head to end it. But then Mandalorian's still like, I need to get this droid back. And Carl Weathers is like, we've got millions of droids. I'll give you any other droid. I'll give you one that's basically like this, but isn't trying to murder you. But he really wants this droid back, so they take them to get fixed, and they take him to the place to try and justify the later movies, and they retcon in some like those little tiny engineer characters from The Last Jedi, I think it is. Those little creatures that fix the droids. They're retconned back in that they were always there. You know, you just never saw them. And the tiny wee thing, they're super cute. And I love it. Everything's kind of animatronics and kind of is real. It feels like it's real. It doesn't feel like it's all just CG'd. Everything. I mean, apart from the giant alligator crocodile turtle thing, that was obviously computer generated. But all the little creatures and droids, they feel like they're real. And it's cute. You see it's cute. Grogu's trying to steal one to make him his pet because for the first time there's something smaller and cuter than him. So he's trying to grab it and steal it to make it his pet. And Din Djarin, he's doing his classic dad thing. It's not a pet. Put it down. Put it down. Sorry, he's young. Just put it down. That's classic. That's brilliant. Yeah. And then basically, they essentially they can't fix their droid unless you have a part. And I'm like, this is an awful lot of effort to go through for this droid. Can't you just get another droid? I know it was your friend eventually, but still, goddamn man, that droid is gone. Like, this is Trigger's broom all over again. Every bit has been replaced. It's not the same droid. It won't be the same droid at the end. Every bit's even replacing its memory chip. Oh my god, I mean, if there's going to be anything that has like anything to do with the droid's past, it's going to be his memory chip. So replacing that is just a new droid at that point. Just get a new droid. It'll cost you more in the long run. It even says it'll cost you like more to fix this thing than just get a new one. So anyway, that's the first part of our quest. We're going to go find the memory chip, which is no longer in circulation for reasons. So we have to go find memory chip. So that's going to be the first part of our quest. That's basically how the episode wraps. Well, no, it's not true actually. Sorry. The Mandalorian goes to visit his old friend. I can't remember her name, but it's the female Mandalorian who constantly takes her helmet on and off, who's partnered up with in the season 2, and he asks him about, can you bring in your Mandalorians, your army? And he's like, well, I don't have an army anymore. If I had the Darksaber, I might have done it, but you basically took it from me. So, do you have it? He's like, yeah. Well, you do it then. He's like, I don't want to lead. So there's a couple of interesting stories or interesting dynamics or interesting stories that are being set up in the first episode that will hopefully pan out and pay off. This rivalry between the two, like the Mandalorian and the previous ruler, will she try and take the Darksaber from him? Will he become a leader? Will he get redeemed? What is going on with Grogu? How is he back? Why is he back? Where's Luke Skywalker? What's going on with that? Has Grogu completed his training? He's definitely much more in tune with the Force. He's doing lots more things with like the Force than before. He seems to be much more in control of the Force than he was previously. So has his training completed? What's going on? What's going on? I mean, we know Luke's not dead. He's if the movie canon has him setting up his own like Jedi school. Why wouldn't Grogu still be there? Just my initial thoughts. I say I really the episode was really good. It was a really good episode. But I'm so confused about what position everyone's in, and it may be just because it was quite a while since the end of season 2. I kind of forgot. I might have to go back and watch a recap of season 2. You got a very short recap at the start of the episode, but it only showed you 2 bits, and that was basically about Jin taking his helmet off and how he redeemed himself. So it didn't really show all this other stuff. So I might need to go back and watch bits, or a recap of season 2 before I watch any more episodes, because I'm super confused as to where we are. But maybe that's just me. And if it's just me, let me know. Tell me in the bottom. You comment below. Tell me your theories, and if you know any of the things I've missed, which is quite a lot, put it in the comments. Let me know. Let's have let's discuss. And until then, next time, me and Grogu say, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.